Imagine biting into your favorite food, only to realize it's contaminated. Not a pleasant thought, right? That's where a food safety management system, or FSMS, steps in as our silent guardian. Specifically, we're diving into FSMS ISO 22000-2018, the gold standard for food safety. Think of it as a meticulously planned recipe for safe food from the very beginning of the supply chain all the way to your plate. It's a structured approach, not a haphazard one, designed to identify and manage food safety risks. We're talking about biological hazards like bacteria, chemical risks like pesticides, and physical dangers like foreign objects. At its core, FSMS operates on several key elements. Firstly, interactive communication is key. Think of suppliers, customers, and staff all coordinating like chefs in a busy kitchen. Then it's built on system management, or structured planning and organizational coordination. Imagine these elements as the base of Maslow's hierarchy, where if you take one away, the structure will fail. Before jumping into hazard control, we first need prerequisite programs. That's your basic hygiene, pest control, and sanitation, forming a foundational layer. HACCP principles, which are hazard analysis and critical control points, which involves identifying, monitoring, and taking corrective actions. So, what is an FSMS? Think of it as a super detailed food safety plan. It's a structured approach, a meticulous plan to pinpoint and control food safety hazards, those sneaky biological risks like salmonella, chemical contaminants like pesticides, and physical dangers like glass shards. It's not just about avoiding sickness, it's about building consumer trust and protecting brands. An effective FSMS helps organizations proactively manage risks instead of reactively responding to problems. Why ISO 22000-2018? It's the internationally recognized standard, a global benchmark for food safety. Achieving certification demonstrates commitment to quality and provides a framework for continual improvement of your food safety processes. The standard covers everything from interactive communication to HACCP principles. All right, let's talk foundation. Interactive communication is your first building block. Think of it like a neighborhood watch for food safety. It's not just about top-down directives, it's open dialogue between suppliers, your team, and your customers. Clear communication channels ensure everyone's on the same page about potential hazards and necessary precautions. Next, we have system management. If interactive communication is the conversation, system management is the framework for the entire symphony. It's all the planning, organizing, and resource allocation needed to meet food safety objectives. Picture a well-oiled machine with defined roles and responsibilities. It provides structure to ensure all processes align with food safety standards. A documented plan specifying what, who, when, and how ensures a methodical approach to managing food safety. These two work hand in hand. Good communication informs effective management, and solid management provides the platform for open communication. And remember, these aren't isolated elements. They are foundational, supporting all other aspects of your FSMS. Let's talk about prerequisite programs, or PRPs. Picture squeaky clean factories, pest-free zones, and meticulous hygiene practices. PRPs are the basic yet vital hygiene foundations upon which a good FSMS is built. Think of them as the essential ingredients that every recipe needs. These aren't just suggestions, they're the non-negotiable groundwork. We're talking about things like effective pest control, proper waste management, and rigorous cleaning schedules. So if you're making cookies, that would be your flour, eggs, and sugar. Without them, you can't even start. Without solid PRPs, your food safety management system is fundamentally unstable. They create an environment that minimizes food safety hazards before you even start looking at specific hazards like salmonella or E. coli. They cover everything from facility design and maintenance to personal hygiene and staff training. They represent the baseline for safe food production. Think of robust PRPs as an investment. You're creating a safer product and a more efficient operation. Now for the star of the show, HACCP, Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. HACCP is your proactive food safety defense system. Think of it like this. Instead of reacting to a problem after it happens, HACCP helps you prevent it in the first place. It's about identifying where things could go wrong. That's the hazard analysis. We're talking biological hazards like salmonella, chemical hazards like cleaning agents, and physical hazards like metal fragments. Then you pinpoint the critical control points, or CCPs. These are the crucial steps where control is essential to prevent or eliminate those hazards. For example, cooking food to a specific internal temperature to kill bacteria. Each CCP needs to find critical limits. Think minimum temperatures, pH levels, or acceptable contamination levels. Finally, you set up monitoring procedures to ensure these limits are met and establish corrective actions to take if things go wrong. This is the heart of preventative food safety, turning potential problems into controlled steps. FSMS isn't just about action, it's about documentation. It's about having that paper trail to prove your dedication to safe food. Think of it like this. If a problem arises, your documentation is what will help you trace back, analyze, and correct the issue. First, you need a food safety policy. This formally declares your commitment to food safety, outlining objectives and responsibilities. Then come monitoring logs. Imagine these as the watchful eyes over your critical control points, or CCPs. They meticulously record data, temperature, pH levels, cooking times, ensuring these CCPs stay within safe limits. Think of monitoring logs using the equation: control measure, target, plus or minus acceptable variation. And finally, standard operating procedures, or SOPs. These are the detailed instruction manuals for every process, from receiving ingredients to packaging finished products. The SOPs provide clear, step-by-step guidance, so it's a good idea to take time to write them out. But food safety isn't static, is it? That's where continuous improvement comes in. Think of your FSMS as a living document, always evolving. Regular internal audits are crucial. They're like a health checkup for your system. These audits help identify weaknesses, areas where your controls aren't as effective as they should be. And what do you do with those findings? You act on them. Performance data becomes valuable feedback. Maybe your temperature control logs show inconsistencies? Time to recalibrate your equipment or retrain staff. Perhaps a new supplier isn't meeting your standards. You work with them or find a better alternative. This data-driven approach allows for ongoing improvement of the FSMS. It's about always striving for better, safer food. It's like the scientific method: plan, do, check, act. By consistently auditing, analyzing, and adapting, you ensure your FSMS stays effective and relevant, providing the best possible protection for your consumers. Because at the end of the day, their safety is what matters most. Let's bring this to life with an example. Imagine a small bakery. Implementing an FSMS starts with communication. They'd connect with their flour supplier, verifying the flour's safe milling and transport. Think of it as a chain, each link needing to be strong. Next, they establish strict hygiene, prerequisite programs, or PRPs, throughout the bakery, like hand washing stations and cleaning schedules. Then comes HACCP. They identify the baking temperature as a clinical control point to kill bacteria. Monitoring this is key. Everything is documented: their food safety policy, monitoring logs for baking temperature, and standard operating procedures, or SOPs, for cleaning. Finally, they conduct regular internal audits to see what's working and what needs improvement. This system helps them consistently bake fresh, safe bread for their community and prevents them from being shut down by health inspectors. Think of FSMS as a constantly evolving guardian for our food supply. It combines proactive planning, that's your HACCP, or hazard analysis and critical control points, clear interactive communication between suppliers, customers, and staff. Add to this stringent hygiene in the form of prerequisite programs, or PRPs, and meticulous documentation. But crucially, it's a relentless commitment to improvement. It's not a static system. Regular internal audits are essential. We need to be asking, are our SOPs, standard operating procedures, effective? Are our monitoring logs telling us the whole story? The system needs constant review and updates. This commitment is a testament to the food industry's dedication to public health and building consumer trust through safe food production. So, next time you enjoy a meal, remember the FSMS working behind the scenes, from farm to factory to your table. Think of it as a network. Interactive communication links suppliers, customers, and our own staff, ensuring everyone's on the same page. It's all held together by system management, structured planning, and tight organizational coordination. Don't forget those prerequisite programs, or PRPs. They're like the solid foundation of a building: basic hygiene, pest control, and sanitation practices. Then comes the HACCP principles: hazard analysis and critical control points. We identify potential dangers, monitor them closely, and take immediate corrective actions if needed. It's a complex, dynamic system dedicated to one vital goal: keeping our food safe. And of course, no FSMS is complete with documentation. We're talking about a clear food safety policy, detailed monitoring logs, and those all-important standard operating procedures, or SOPs. Finally, and crucially, is continuous improvement. Regular internal audits allow us to find ways to get better, and we're constantly updating the system based on the data we collect. Food safety is a journey, not a destination, and FSMS provides the map and the vehicle for a safer, healthier world.